Morning everybody, how are you? It's nice and sunny down here again today. Having said that, it's a bit chilly. Got a t-shirt going on underneath ready, but it's a bit chilly first thing this morning down here, it has to be said. But look at the bright shine is coming through. I have to say, last night I wandered round to the front garden because he's been really busy, bless him, out there. You can probably hear him banging and crashing this side. And sat by the pond. And it was fabulous. I have to say, I am so lucky, or we are lucky. There was no breeze, there was no wind. I was sat by the pond, had a cup of something, and I'm like, do you know what? I could be on holiday. I was so lucky. And I feel for all of you out there now that can't be outside and doing. This is putting life into perspective, if nothing else, isn't it? Hopefully it's resetting the world. That would be nice to think, wouldn't it? If we all get a little bit, I don't know, nicer, more thoughtful. I don't know. I think there's a lot of good opportunities going to come out of a very bad situation. At least I'm hoping for that anyway. So anyway, moving on from that. Very lucky, lovely day. Thomas in his bed, fast asleep. Right, okay, so what did we do yesterday? Yesterday we did Disappearing 9 patch because it's a sort of a thing these days. They all like it. And that was mine, if you remember. Bit scary because mine was very small and I did lots. But you could do just one big one. I did do just one big one yesterday as an example for you. And as soon as I'd finished doing this little video, and whilst I was waiting for it to do its technical stuff up to YouTube, because it did have to take a while. And it didn't like it. It had a moment. It came back all errors and things at me yesterday, and I had to delete it all and start all over again. Oh, it was hard work. Anyway, so I did one big one. And I made that. I don't know if you can see that. I made it into a cushion, or a cushion cover, I should say. I did put some photos onto Facebook Wittering page, just so that you saw that I did actually do something with that. Because it went in the post yesterday. Just, as soon as I got that done, it was off to the post. And I've sent that to my little friend up in Somerset, because I reckon she absolutely adores the Tilda fabrics. And turns out that she's just painted her desk raspberry colour. And this is going to go so nicely. I couldn't believe it. That was all totally by chance. And she didn't know I'd done that, and she didn't know I put it in the post until last night. We were both sort of having messagings on other things, and it sort of came out. And I think that's fabulous. So, Julie, love you loads, darling. There we are. Right, so that was my Disappearing 9 patch large. So how do we do Disappearing 9 patch? Basically, we make a 9 patch block, so 9 squares of fabric, yeah, like you would for a little basic block, and then you chop it into 4, yeah, so crossways, paying real good attention to the centre block and making sure that's really nicely chopped in the centre. Then you rearrange them however you fancy them, and you sew them back together. That is Disappearing 9 patch. How cool. Nice and simple, nothing really complicated except the fact that I did mine small, which made it look a bit scary. Some lovely photos onto the group yesterday, thank you girls. Particularly like the one that's got nice little triangles and things going on within its squares before ever it was chopped up. Now that was a bit nice, I liked that a lot. I thought that might have been a bit scary, that sort of a thing, but how cool, wonderful. What else went on yesterday? I was asked for, you know, the star that I'm putting within mine. I've got several of these going on now. I was asked for the pattern for that, so I took some time. I've drawn it up. That is also in Facebook Patchwork Wittering's group. Okay, so I've put that up. If you're not on Facebook and you want that particular pattern, if you message me, I can email it to you, all right, because I took a photo. It's got the dimensions on it, and it's quite straightforward to put together. Okay, so actually, let me do it from here. If you were going to do this one, so we start with a little triangle to a little triangle to make a big triangle. You join that to your big triangle to make your square, and then it's a square to a square to a square. And then you repeat little triangles to big triangles to square, because that actually was already made. And the same down there, and you get a strip, and so then you join that strip to that strip and do the same and join that one. Okay, so it's logical. It's like I'm always saying, if you think building bricks, you don't ever, if you can help it, want to stitch around a corner, because that is open to all sorts of fraught nasties, okay? So straight lines always. So 2 little ones together to make a bigger, to that to make what you want the shape, and then that to that to that, strip, strip to strip to strip, okay? Building blocks, if you think of it in that manner, building blocks, it works quite well, okay? So that was that there star that I've got going on in mine, all right? And then we got the 9 patch. That's about it for today. It's a nice little quick witter. I am just going to say, what's today? Today's Wednesday. I have to think about this. It's all running into one. I've been wittering at you every day now for well over a month, actually, because I started these before we officially went into what they're calling lockdown. And I'm going to have a day off on Friday, okay? And I might have a day off on Monday as well. It's surprising how long these little things take. And it's not just the prepping of a block, because I'm going to have a lovely quilt at the end of it. That's fabulous. It's not just sitting talking to you for 10, 15 minutes, whatever. It's the afterwards. The technicals take quite a while and such like. And I'm finding, believe it or not, I'm getting behind with a few of my bits. I've got all these lovely designs and things going on my brain, new ones that I need to make up and write and do for you. I've got several kicking around here that are made that I've not written. So they're written patterns for, so you're not making them because I've not written the patterns. So I've got to do that. And the other major important, and I'm going to plug this big style now, all right, so beware. Look, all of these blocks, and I'm not going to show you them. It's the next mystery quilt that's going to due to start June, July. Well, if I don't get it finished, it's not going to start, is it? And that's all going to be a little bit, ooh. I've only got 2 months left of garden blooms to go out. All those lovely ladies out there doing garden blooms. You've got 2 more months of those to come. And that'll be your quilt top made. Okay, and then it's over to you for your putting together. And well, I'm going to tell you how to put it together because it's a real weird one, isn't it? You've probably sussed that from all the different shaped blocks and weirdness and colours and going on. So I need to show you how to put that all together. So that's going to be in 2 months' time. So that's garden blooms. But this is going to be the next mystery quilt, all right? So everybody's welcome to come and join us, but I have to say you're going to have to pay for this one. I do apologise. All of these are free, but this is one. I have to live as well, you know. I have to make some money somewhere because this is me actually trying to earn some money. So this mystery quilt, okay? So it's a mystery block of the month. So every month you get a pattern come out to you. I've said this before, I will say again. Full-size pattern with complete instructions on what you need to do in order to make that particular block. Now, my blocks do tend to be a bit different, as you're probably finding out, and you'll have photos in there. They're all colourful on proper patterns. Everyone in it, every block will have its own, in its own right, proper everything can be presented to you. And I post them to you so that you've got that full-size pattern that you can work from immediately. I'm a little bit old-fashioned. As much as I love technology and I'm getting used to it, when you start downloading things, I know for a fact that this can go a bit wrong on occasion. Certainly, it has done for me when it prints out all the wrong sizes and stuff. So I find actually for the Mystery Bomb block of the month, it's nice to post these things out to people. Apart from that, it's quite exciting when you see it come through the door, through the letterbox, and it's little brown envelope, because they're brown, nice dark brown envelopes, so everybody knows it's me when it arrives. And then you get to make your block or blocks, because this will be 2 blocks a month, because I'm going to do it over 6 months. I don't want to do it over a year. That can actually string things out a bit too much, I think. Sometimes you lose a bit of interest going on otherwise. So we're going to do that over 6 months, because there's 12 blocks and they're all a little bit different, but they're using the most gorgeous Tilda fabrics. Yeah, I mean, look at this lot. I don't know if you can see that lovely little, oh, love them. So yeah, if you've not already got Tilda, you might want to start collecting. This whole quilt, it doesn't have to be Tilda, obviously. I just have a little thing for Tilda because we like it a lot. Mine's all going to be, it's all very twee, for want of a better expression, compared to my usual in-your-face splat. This is actually very tasteful. I want to say English country garden, although I've said it before, Tilda isn't English, but it's very English coming over. There's a little bit of either embroidery or fabric pen outline stuff that you need to do on each block, which is very English garden, is all I will say there. So there's a focal point within each block, and as I say, that can be done embroidery, it can be done just with fabric markers, or even just a permanent marker. So long as it doesn't run on your fabric and it holds its shape, it's going to be lovely. And they're all English gardeny type stuff. The whole thing is going to be very, very, I want to say tasteful, which is probably in the wrong context, but you know what I mean, as opposed to me loud and in your face. Anyway, so that's me wishing on about Tilda. But basically, I'm going to have a day off on Friday so I can get some of this done. And then I'm probably going to have a day off on Monday as well and carry on with it, okay? You've had me whittering at you every single day for well over a month now, which is lovely. And I'm sure you've all got loads to do. And you can do without me for an odd couple of days. I'm not going to leave you high and dry. If you want messagings and things like that, I'll be around. You just need to send it through the group as normal. All right? What I am going to do is I'm going to put... I've got a whole load of Tilda fabrics for sale, and I will put those into my Facebook groups. If you're feeling the need that you want to partake and you want to start building your stash, I can post them to you. Okay? If you're wanting to purchase, we can sort that out. PayPal or direct into bank, whatever works, and then I can post them to you. If you think you want to start stashing ready for the next mystery bomb, okay? The actual patterns and stuff will be available for sale over on UK Quilters United website, okay? In my shop over there and on my own shop, all right? But that's not going to be for a couple of months. Once I've written them all, which I'm going to start on Friday and Monday, okay? Right, anyway, so move on from there. I don't know if you can see behind it here. Look, there's Tilda. Oh, look, I'm dangling my name the wrong way today. Never mind. Shoot the set designer is what I say. She wasn't very good this morning. Let me show you this up close. Let me show you this. These are one of my absolute favourite designs that I made a few years ago. And they go on and on and on. And I just love them. Can you see that? Runners. Now, obviously, for dangling, if you want them to, for tables or whatever you want. Reverse applique. Machine reverse applique can be done by hand. That one behind me here has been done by hand. In fact, let me show you this one as well. Take the pin out so as I don't do myself a mischief. Bring him up close. Now, can you see all the beadwork and embroidery and things on that? Because although you all probably know me for patchwork, I'm actually an embroiderer as well. I did my City and Guilds in embroidery and in patchwork and quilting and design and all that sort of stuff. And I just love anything that I can play and twiddle around with. That sounds bad, doesn't it? But you know what I mean. So this can be done by hand or by machine. And I just love my daisy runners. Okay, so now there is a pattern and a complete how-to, like I was just describing just now, for those over on my website shop in abbyann.com. all right. You don't need a lot of fabric, but it uses up all sorts of nice bits and pieces. You can make them elaborate as you want or not. They can come up short. Excuse me. They can come up shorter or longer, whatever you want them to do. If you want to design your own, also over on my website shop, I've got a whole series of acrylic templates. Get it right, get the words right. You know, like your rulers are made of. I've only just thought this, or I'd have got one out to show you. I've got a whole series of my own design templates, of which there are daisies of all shapes and sizes. They start off at, I think, about 4-inch, 3-inch, 4-inch daisies, and they go right up to 12-inch daisies. And because they're sort of their own shape, for want of a better word, you can turn them over and you get to use them two ways, so you have a different design. Most things tend to be, is it symmetrical, so that you just get whatever you got and that's it, but mine aren't. I have to be different, don't I? So they turn over and you get a double usage, and they're all a bit different. As you can see, those daisies aren't necessarily even all the way round, are they? So there's a whole stack of those on my website, which means actually if you wanted to, you could design your own from them, couldn't you? Because I can post them as well. There we are. Right, I think I've sold enough for you today. Have a lovely day. don't forget, talk to everybody. Happiness to everyone. Make sure everyone's okay and well, more to the point. Little bit of exercise. I shall be heading to the garden again because it's cracking up to be a nice day. So I'm going to get all of this done, load it up onto the internet for you. Do a little bit of stitching, and then as soon as it's nicely warm out there, I'm going to go out and help when it's warm. And I can take my jumper off because it's a bit cold at the minute. And what's the other thing? So tidy. Have you tidied? I've not. It's still a complete heap over there. It'll happen. I ain't worried about that. It'll happen. There's far worse things in life, isn't there? All right, so be lovely.